is a lovely little square where Dr. Samuel Johnson, who created the first ever dictionary, and he lived just here. It's all closed up now, you can't go in, but it's a lovely square. Now this is a statue to Hodge, and here is Hodge, and he's facing his master's house, just over there. Rather a nice view. So this area, Fleet Street, was the home to the British press for many, many years. They all moved out to Canary Wharf. But during the time that the press were here, a lot of the journalists used to frequent some of the local establishments, but they also used to attend church. And the church was called St Bride's, and it became locally known as the Journalist Church. Back in 1703, there was a gentleman called Thomas Rich who worked for a baker in Ludgate Hill nearby, and he fell in love with the daughter of his employer and asked her to marry him. And for the wedding he decided to bake an extraordinarily extravagant cake, which became the tiered wedding cake design. And that design was based on St Bride's Church. So right opposite St Bride's Church is one of the best former newspaper buildings. It's an absolutely stunning Art Deco design, which is no longer used for media. It's now home to, it's one of the two homes of Goldman Sachs. And right next to it is another spectacular building, which was the home to the Daily Telegraph for many years. Wine Office Court, where Dr. Johnson, who lives very close by, would visit, as would Charles Dickens and Tennyson, and all because of one very popular pub which burnt down during the Great Fire, but luckily for us and them was rebuilt. There's the old Chush Cheese pub. Beautiful pub, which is closed for the foreseeable future, but if you ever get the chance to come here and have a look inside, in there are caverns and levels, tunnels. It's a beautiful place. I highly recommend it if you've never been. This is the most western point of Fleet Street, and in the centre of the road is the Temple Bar Memorial, designed by Sir Horace Jones, the same chap who designed Tower Bridge. This was put here to replace the Temple Bar Gate. There are 7 other gates surrounding the perimeter of the City of London. Out of all of them, Temple Bar is the only one that survives to this day. The Temple Bar Gate was designed by Sir Christopher Wren, so it's quite appropriate that in 2005 it was completely restored and rebuilt by St Paul's Cathedral. On top of the Temple Bar Memorial is a dragon. The dragon was chosen as a physical marker denoting the boundary line of the City of London. In 1963 they redrew the boundaries and they added more dragons. These two, mounted on Portland stone plinths on the Victoria Embankment, were taken from the Coal Exchange, which was located on Thames Street. Unfortunately, this gorgeous Victorian building was demolished. Other much smaller dragons were added around the city's perimeter over the years. So this is a wonderful church on the Strand, which is just outside the city. It's called St Clement Danes, And one of the most striking things about this church is the visible damage. The church was almost completely destroyed when an aerial bombardment of incendiary bombs hit on the night of the 10th of May 1941. The damage caused has been left as a permanent reminder. In 1956, St Clement Danes became the central church of the Royal Air Force.